Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Wyoma Little League Park for Little League Baseball. We haven't done this in a while. This is the Little League tournament leading to Pennsylvania, leading to the World Series. This is Wyoma, the 12-year-olds, taking on Swampscott. Wyoma, the home team, 2-0, Swampscott 1-0. The winner of this will play in the winners bracket final. I believe it's Wednesday night, as we're getting close to 4th of July. We hope everybody has a very happy and safe 4th of July. Swampscott in the white, Wyoma in the red. On the mound for Wyoma is Anthony Awumi, a name that most sports fans in the city of Lynn will recognize. Bella Awumi, outstanding basketball player. Unfortunately, she's moved on to prep school. She's not going to finish up at St. Mary's, but what a career she had, winning 3 state championships in 4 years. She was still only going to be a junior. She had a chance for 2 more. Well over 1,000 points. So, Anthony Awumi, and he's been very good in the tournament games. A little bit different here. Swampscott has 13 players. Wyoma has 12. All of them will hit. They hit in succession. There's no subs. You can sub defensively, I suppose, but offensively, everybody hits. Used to be you were having, way back when, you would have a starting lineup and you would have to make substitutions soon enough so that everybody could get an at-bat and an inning on the field. Now they changed it up so everybody hits. Awumi left-handed, throwing to Cole Dobbins, who is behind the plate. And we hope we're picking us up well. We're stuck behind home plate, right behind a fence that's probably going to get in the way. What we hadn't, with everybody milling all around the field, was the only place we could fit in. So we hope we'll do it well. Danny Hall, the shortstop for Swampscott, will lead it off as we're ready to go underway. In for a strike. Awumi can bring it, and he's a little bit closer than a regular baseball. Slicing it off to the right, foul down the right field line. Popped up. Nice play by Awumi. That was, if that bounces, it could take any kind of a funny hop away from the second baseman, who is Nate Ranahan. But what a great play. And he's left-handed, too. He had to reach over his shoulder. That's a great play. That's an ESPN highlight by Awumi. That could have very easily have been a base hit. Because if that ball bounces on the grass, it could spin away, could spin, handcuff the second baseman. Hall could have had a base hit, but running right at the second baseman, Awumi reached over his shoulder and made the grab. What a very nice defensive play, especially helping himself. In for a strike. 2-1 the count. We're right over the umpire's shoulder. Try to check a swing, hit a little soft tap down the first baseline, foul, and the count evens at 2. The 2-2 pitch up and coming. Strike 3 call. Good pitch on the corner.
Now batting number 13, Harry.
Harry Fitzgerald, the first baseman. I guess the announcer's afraid of mispronouncing names, so they're only announcing first names for the hitters and fielders. In first strike, the umpire likes that outside corner. This is Harry Fitzgerald, the first baseman. 2 quick strikes. Awumi found a home on that outside corner. Gets a piece. Nice try. First baseman, Ben Zukowski. Wasn't from lack of effort he didn't make the play. Get out there just a little too far. A couple of coaches. Dobbins is the head coach for Wyoma. And they have to throw him out at first base. It used to be you're automatically out. Now you have to be thrown out if it's off the catcher. So 2 strikeouts and a putout for Awumi. He put Swampscott down 1-2-3. And what I was saying with the coaches, Coach Dobbins is the coach of Wyoma, ably assisted by names that you'll certainly recognize. Jeff Newhall, athletic director and outstanding girls basketball coach, very successful girls basketball coach, is the assistant. And Mike Zukowski, former very good athlete and a very good coach at Classical High School, is one of the assistants, and both their sons are playing. Mike Zukowski's son Ben is at first base. Jeff Newhall's son Alex is an extra hitter. So the shortstop, Dante Duval, will lead off against Cormac Ray on the mound for Swampscott. Pitching to Nate Sakurada. Good crowd here. There's a crowd all around the outside the outfield fence, over in right field, or up in the parking lot behind Rollies and the Lazy Dog. And his parking spaces to the left and behind. So a very nice crowd here for a Sunday afternoon start at 2 o'clock. Dante Duval, another name that it's got to be a relative of Duval who played for St. Mary's baseball. Swing and a miss. Missed inside. The 10-year-olds for Wyoma are also undefeated. Those are the head coach is Jeff Newhall. He didn't want to take the summer off. Hit the first base, off the first baseman. The error is going to allow Duval to reach. It was spinning. He couldn't pick it up. So Duval becomes the first base runner. And we got Anthony Awumi. Throws left, bats left. He got hit. So very quickly, without getting a hit, Wyoma has first and second with nobody out. For Cole Dobbins, son of the coach, he's the catcher for Wyoma. So Awumi is walking it off out in right field, getting hit on the leg. In for a strike. The umpire loves that outside corner. Swing and a miss. Quickly 0-2. Down and away for a ball. Nice stop by the catcher, Sakurada. Swing and a miss for strike 3.
Now batting number 13, Tristan.
One away. Tristan DeVert. The right fielder is the hitter. On the corner for a strike. Swing and a miss. Swing and a miss. The hitter can't go. First base is occupied. And now he stayed at first, but he can't go because first base was occupied. So back-to-back strikeouts, but the runners move up to second and third. This went to the backstop. In for a strike. Ben Zukowski, the first baseman, is the hitter. Up and away for a ball. Hit to short. Nice play by Danny Hall over to Fitzgerald. So after an error, a hit batsman and a wild pitch,
Swampscott's pitch count.
Cormac Gray comes up with 2 strikeouts and a ground out and gets out of the inning. So Wyoma threatens with second and third, but they don't score. And we reach the end of the first inning, and we're right back where we started. Wyoma nothing, Swampscott nothing at the end of 1. Anthony Alumi will start his second inning of work. Owen Jordan, the extra hitter, in for a strike. And we mentioned extra hitter. There's a lot of extra hitters. No subs. Everybody in the dugout. They bat 1 through 13. Everybody has a shot. Missing wide for a ball. Down and away for a ball. 2 on the count. Up and in for a ball. In for a strike. Count goes full. Strike 3 called. They drop the ball. They throw him out at first. Nice job by the catcher Dobbins.
Now batting number 45, Cormac.
In for a strike. This is pitcher against pitcher. Cormac Ray, the pitcher for Swampscott, facing Anthony Awumi. Tap back to the mound. Awumi's going to make the play himself.
Now batting number
Zukowski started to go over towards first base to get the throw. Awumi said, "I'll take care of it." Jacques Dudevois, the left fielder, is the hitter. Missing down and away for a ball. Right back to the mound. Awumi. This time he has to make the play to first, so he gets 2 assists and a strikeout. Pretty good inning for Awumi. That time he had to throw it to Swampscott. But a nice shot, solid shot by Dudavar. Right back to the mound. Awumi got a glove on it, knocked it down behind him. He had time enough to pick it up and throw Dudavar out. So 6 in a row retired by Awumi. 3, he's got 6 outs. There's been 3 strikeouts, and he got a put out and assist. So he's been involved in 5 of the 6 outs. Cormac Ray will start his second inning. He got a little bit of trouble with an error. I hit batsman, a wild pitch, but he came up with 2 big strikeouts. And a nice play by Danny Hall at short. To the first baseman, Fitzgerald got the 3rd out, got him out of the trouble. I apologize. I know the coaches from Wyoma. I do not know the coaches from Swampscott, and they didn't put their names on the roster that gave me, so I apologize for not naming the
Now
Swampscott
batting for Wyoma, number 12,
coaches.
Bryson.
Bryson Jones, the 3rd baseman, will lead it off for Wyoma. Jeff Newhall, the coach at first. Coach Dobbins at 3rd. Mike Swampscott handling things in the dugout for the coaching staff for Wyoma. In for a strike. Down and away for a ball. On the corner for a strike. Wyoma here in Lynn Little League have been extremely successful. And a swing and a miss by Jones.
Now batting, number 8, Alex.
Alex Newhall, son of Jeff. But there's a lot of pennants flying up on the wall here at both for the City Series and the Little League Series. Hit, picked off by the 3rd baseman. That's a nice play. Michael Rossi, the 3rd baseman, it goes to the shortstop. That's going to be a tough play. But Rossi cut it off
Now batting,
and throws Newhall out
Jack.
over to Fitzgerald. 2 up, 2 down. Jack Nardone, the left fielder, is the hitter. In for a strike. Waves at that pitch for strike 3, and he'll throw him out at first base. So 2 more strikeouts in the inning for Ray.
Swampscott pitch count, 24.
So still nothing to choose between Wyoma and Swampscott here in this Final 4 matchup. We've completed 2, still 0-0.
If I can please have
Michael Rossi, the 3rd baseman, made that nice defensive play in the bottom of the 2nd inning, throwing Alex Newhall out at first base. High for a ball. So 7, 8, and 9 hit foul over the Wyoma dugout. Had a duck under that pitch. Hit out front. Awumi will make another play. That's his fourth play. 3 assists and a putout. And he's made
Now batting number 2.
the last 3 outs. He made the putout on a ground ball, going to first and get the out himself. And then he threw out the runner, now throws out the runner. He's been involved in every play. And here he goes again. That was Max Nauer. So every out Awumi has been involved in. He caught a popper for the first out, struck out the next 3, had an unassisted play at first, and the last 3 batters, he's throwing them out at first base. I think Swampscott's questioning whether hit the hitter on the foot or not, whether it's a foul ball or not. And they say, no, he's out.
Now batting number 99.
It just rolled out to the pitcher, and I think Swampscott thought that it hit Nauer on the leg. Andrew Postizzi, the extra hitter, in for a strike. Awumi's made it very easy for his defense. They haven't had to make a play. He's done it all. Up and away for a ball. He squared the bunt. Took it high and away for a ball. Tries to bunt, and here's Awumi again. He does it again.
There's a gang coming around for hat.
The last 4 outs have been thrown outs at first base by Awumi. The 5th out was Awumi fielding it and getting out himself at first. 3 strikeouts, and he caught a pop-up. He's been involved in every out. Another 1-2-3 inning. First inning, he didn't get a strikeout. Cormac Ray, after that error and hit batsman, he's been perfect. 4 strikeouts, 2 groundouts. Again, a beautiful day. Just there's a little smattering of white clouds up above. It's bright blue skies, sunshine. Not those 100-degree days we had, or those 30-degree days we have during the high school season. Just comfortable. In the 70s. Nice Sunday afternoon for the fans to sit out in their chairs and watch these young men perform. Jake Schippoliti. Tries to bunt, fouls it into the catcher's mitt. Nice catch by Sakurada. Hit, deep shot, they have to make the play. Safe, he beat it. Fitzgerald thought he had it. It was a hard shot. It got by the third baseman. Danny Hall made a great play, went deep in the shot, made the long throw, but couldn't get him. And Schippoliti gets the first hit of the game. Swampscott's coming out
Number 11, JJ.
to talk to the first base umpire. They thought he was out. First baseman Fitzgerald thought he was out. Second time they've gone out Second time they've come up on the short end. It was awful close at first base. A great try by Danny Hall. Once it got by the third base and looked like a hit, he picked it so it did go into left field. And he made a strong throw across the diamond. But Cipolliti beat it. This is J.J. Goodwin. High for a ball. One of the extra hitters. Swing and a miss. Down the way for a ball. Nice job by the catcher. Sakurada to go out. Not let that go to the backstop. Had to go way to his right. Chased that pitch. It was up and away.
Now batting number 3, Nate.
Nate Ranahan, the second baseman, will be the hitter. Ray has got at least one strikeout in every inning. Down the way for a ball. The runner takes off. Throw down, safe. So the pitch was in the dirt. The wild pitch moves the runner over. So a runner in scoring position for Wyoma. In for a strike. Both pitches eating up that outside corner. Squared like he was going to bunt. Was outside off the catcher. And that's going to move the runner over to third. So 2 wild pitches after an infield hit. Gives Wyoma another runner at third. They had second and third, but with 2 outs. This comes with 1 out. Pop up. Nice play by the catcher. Sakurada didn't have a lot. There's not a lot of room behind home plate. He went back
Now
as far as he could.
Dylan.
And he feels the pop up for the second out. Tries the bunt and pushes it foul. This is Dylan Martell, the center fielder. Reach for that one. That was way outside. Cipolliti came halfway home when the ball got by the catcher, but it bounced right back to Sakurada. Cipolliti was lucky he got back to third base. But Martell tried to bunt that pitch. It was a mile outside. Hit on the ground into center field for a base hit. A big 2-out hit by Martell. Cipolliti, who almost got picked off, scores the run. Infield hit, 2 wild pitches, and a big 2-out hit by Martell. He tried to bunt the pitch that was a mile outside and missed it. And then he punched one into center field for a base hit. Wide to the backstop, moves the runner over. So another runner in scoring position, with this time with 2 outs. Swing and a miss. So the leadoff single followed by 2 wild pitches. On the corner for a strike. Put Cipolliti at third, and Martell, after trying to bunt a couple of pitches. Strike 3 called. That was Dante Duval. Well, 2 hits in the end, the infield hit, and then the big 2-out hit by Dylan Martell. So we finished 3 Wyoma has dented the scoreboard. They now lead Swampscott 1-0 going into the fourth.
Now batting number 71, Archie.
Archie Parker, one of the extra hitters for Swampscott, is the hitter. In for a strike. Anthony Awumi has been now staked to a 1-run lead. Hit to right field. Tristan DeVert almost came in too far.
Now
He
batting
took a
number
couple of
4,
steps in
Lynn.
and reached over his left shoulder and made the catch. Parker hit that right on the nose. That's the first out that Awumi has not been involved in. A.J. Carter, another extra hitter. Swing and a miss. Call third strike.
Now batting number 9, Cooper.
Cooper Everett, the center fielder, is the hitter. Swing and a miss. Chop to third. Bobbled. The error is going to allow Everett to reach.
Now batting number 10, Jackson.
Jones had it, bobbled it just enough. And that's the first base runner in for a strike. Jackson Danahy, the right fielder, is the hitter. Missing for a ball. So bobbled it just enough and then hurried to throw and threw it away. And Everett becomes the first base runner. Almost didn't get back. That was awful close at first base. Looked like he was taking off, going to steal second. Hesitated and got back to the bag just before the tag by Zukowski. Strike three called. So 2 more strikeouts in the inning. Swampscott gets their first base runner on the infield error, but he's left at first base. Four strikeouts for Awumi. He's got 4 strikeouts, he's got 2 putouts, and 4 assists. That's 10 of the 12 outs. Excuse me, he's got 5 strikeouts. The only inning he didn't get a strikeout was the third, and that was the inning he had 3 assists. So he's been involved in 11 of the 12 outs.
Now
Tristan
batting number 5,
DeVert
Anthony.
made that nice catch on the line shot by Parker. Is the only out that Awumi wasn't involved in. Anthony Awumi, the pitcher, he got hit by a pitch. Made it as far as second base in the first inning. Down and in for a ball. Missing wide for a ball. And that's ball 4. He's on for the second time. First walk given up by either pitcher.
Now batting number 7, Cole.
Cole Dobbins, the catcher, struck out swinging his first at bat. In for a strike. The runner takes off. Out easily at second base. Nice tag by Danny Hall, the shortstop. Nice throw by the catcher, Sakurada. Nice tag by the shortstop. But a good throw by Nate Sakurada. Down and away. Hit in the air. The pitcher calls everybody off. He only had to make a couple of steps. He was the only one there. A couple of steps out. Just stepped on the grass off the pitcher's dirt.
Now batting number 13, Tristan.
So Dobbins pops up to the pitcher. 2 away in the 4th. Tristan DeVert made that nice catch in right field off the line shot by Archie Parker. He struck out swinging his first at bat. Hit up the middle for a base hit, right off the second base bag. Well, DeVert extends the 4th inning with a base hit up the middle.
Now batting number 10, Ben.
Ben Zukowski grounded out short to first. In for a strike. High for a ball. Sakurada likes to throw that ball around. Playing catch with Fitzgerald quite often. In for a strike. You better hit anything on that outside corner, because if you don't, you're going to be out. Hit off the pitcher's glove. Hall will make the play at second base. Zukowski hit it well. Hall took it away. Second time Zukowski has bounced out. Hall to the first baseman. So they get a 2-out single by DeVert, but he's left at first base after a walk is thrown out trying to steal. We finished 4 in this final 4 matchup. Wyoma with a skinny 1-0 lead over Swampscott. Danny Hall has played very well at shortstop. He almost had a base hit leading off the ball game. He popped one between the pitcher and second base. And Awumi made a great play, running back to second base, reaching over his shoulder and catching it, running away from home plate for the putout. Taking a hit away from Hall. He's made some nice plays at shortstop. That one's going to be out of play. Hit to third. He beat it for a base hit. Just a slow ground to the third. Jones made a nice play, got it, good strong throw. Hall just beat it. So the tying runners at first base. The catcher, Nate Sakurada, was called out on strikes. Two balls and one strike to the Swampscott catcher. In for a strike. Quick throw. Getting back is Hall. You wonder why they don't steal more bases. They can't run till the ball reaches home plate. They can't get a lead. They can't run when the ball's delivered. Hit foul off to the right side. Fishing wide for a ball. I took a quick look at the umpire to make sure. And that's ball 4. First walk given up by Wyoma. He retired 13. He retired 12 out of 13. The one base runner was an infield error that got left at first base. Now all of a sudden an infield hit and a walk. That put 2 on with nobody out for Harry Fitzgerald, the first baseman. Mike Sukowski out talking to the troops. Did that a lot for Lynn Classical. He's a very good player, too. In for a strike. Jones at third was shortening up, thinking he might try to bunt. Popped up. Wyoma makes another play. Out at third. Out at second. It's a triple play. Wyoma caught the pop-up. The runners were way off first and second. Hall got thrown out at third. And then the throw to the second baseman Ranahan knocked Sakurada down. It turns out to be a triple play.
54.
So they get a hit and a walk to start the inning. And he only faces 3 hitters. We'll move into the bottom of the 5th. Wyoma still holding on to that 1-0 lead. Swampscott fans got excited with the hit and the walk, 2 on, nobody out, and all of a sudden, Wyoma gets involved again, gets his 3rd putout, his 5th assist. Jones gets the putout at 3rd. They throw to second. Ranahan tags the runner coming from second base as the runners got way off the base. I'm not sure where they were going. The ball was foul. He was chasing it over by the Swampscott dugout. It wasn't a fair ball, and they didn't tag up. They were way off the bases. And they stuck Sakurada well off at third. Hall had to take off off at first. They ran at him to get the out. Hall had to go to third. They threw him out, and then Sakurada got thrown out, trying to go to second. So a triple play pulled off by Wyoma. In for a strike.
Now batting number 12, Bryson.
Bryson Jones, the third baseman, struck out swinging. Quickly 0-2. Both pitchers biting that outside corner. Down and away. Took a good look at that one. Up and away for a ball. I mentioned Wyoma, a lot of wins. West Lynn, first year, there were two Little Leagues, East Lynn, West Lynn. I know that because I played in the first year, 1951. And the East Lynn team went to Connecticut and they lost the game 1-0. That's strike three. Bryson thought it was outside.
Now batting number 8, Alex.
The East Lynn teams had people like Howie Lavin and George Kibbe and George Lundstedt and Vinnie Jarvis. They lost the game 1-0 in Connecticut. If they won that game, they would have gone to the Little League World Series. Hit foul. Alex Newhall grounded out third to first. It grew from there. We have two West Lynn teams, East Lynn, Wyoma, Lynn Shore, Central Little League. We had 7 Little Leagues. Chase, that pitcher was way outside and away for strike three. Now, Lynn Shore combined with East Lynn, and they still don't have that many teams.
Now
We also
batting
had
number
Pine
2,
Hill. I forgot
Jack.
Pine Hill. Pine Hill, I believe, is combined with Wyoma. So East Lynn, Wyoma, and West Lynn, I think, are the only teams left out of the 7. He tried a bunt, but he actually tipped it right to the pitcher. So a 1-2-3 inning for Ray.
Swampscott pitch count 70.
So Cormac Gray has pitched extremely well. Struck out 8, hit a batter, walked 1. He only gave up 3 base hits. One was an infield hit, followed by 2 wild pitches, and the big hit of the game by Dylan Martell up the middle, knocked in the 1 run. The other hit by Tristan DeVert came with 2 outs in the 4th, and he was stranded there. So 3 hits. He pitched well enough to win. Walk 1, hit 1, struck out 8. He had a put out and an assist, helping himself. And he's on the short end. If Swampscott doesn't score here in the 6th inning, the game is over. Swampscott's had 3 base runners, an infield error,
Now batting for Swampscott, number 39.
a base hit, and a walk. The walk and the base hit came back to back in the 5th. They were wiped out in a triple play by Wyoma. Owen Jordan struck out, swinging. Hits it foul off to the left side. So Swampscott's down to their last 3 outs. Had hit spin, hit batsman, and a walk. Both of those were Anthony Awumi, the other pitcher. So Ray pitched extremely well. But Awumi has just kept people off the base pass, and when they get on, they were picked off. Hit right through the wickets, out into center field. Jordan gets a base hit.
Now batting number
Tying run at
45,
first.
Cormac.
Cormac Gray, the pitcher, can help himself. He hit the ball back to the mound, and Awumi made the play himself, running over and getting the out at first base. Popped up in foul territory. Ben Zukowski makes the play. So 1 away for Jack
Now
Studevant.
batting number 1, Jax.
Left fielder bounced to the pitcher. Almost everybody did. Hit foul. At one point, 5 in a row hit the ball back to the mound. He made one put out himself, got the other 3 over to Zukowski, but he made a put out and 4 assists. 2 in the second and 3 to put the third inning to sleep. Third inning was all pitch to the first, pitch to the first, pitch to the first. Hit the first base. Zukowski will get the important out at first.
Now
The
batting
tying
number
run
30,
goes over to scoring
Michael.
position. Two outs. Tying run at second. Michael Rossi. What else? Bounce back to the pitcher. Down the way for a ball. Swamps get down to their last out, but they have the tying run at second base. Swing and a miss. In for a strike. Got away from the catcher. Tying runs at third base. 60 feet away. Awumi trying to finish off a masterpiece. Awumi stepped off. Problem with the catcher. Thomas, the catcher, I think that's as far as the coach. He's not going to make sure he's okay. He's done a nice job handling Awumi. So we'll get back to baseball. We're glad he's okay. Michael Rossi, the last shot for Swampscott, tying a run at third base. Hey everybody, Swampscott fans, Wyoma fans, hit foul. Holding their breath. Wyoma hoping they can cheer. Swampscott hoping they can tie it up. Been a well-played game. Didn't miss by much. Tough pitch to take with 2 strikes. Awumi delivers. Just got a piece and stays alive. And the tension mounts. Everybody on pins and needles here. 1-0 Wyoma. Swampscott has the tying run at third. 2 outs in the last inning. Stays alive. Rossi fouling pitches off, making Awumi throw some. Hit foul again. Good at bat by Michael Rossi, the third baseman. Wave to the pitch for strike 3, and that does it.
Wyoma pitch count 72.
So Wyoma gets it done. What a job by Awumi on the mound.
Final score 1-0 Wyoma.
He allowed only 4 base runners. An error in the 4th,
Congratulations.
a leadoff single in the 6th. It got the 3rd representing the tying run. He gave up a single and a walk in the 5th, but then he helped himself. He caught a pop-up for an out, and they doubled both runners off. They turned a triple play. The runner at 2nd and 3rd both got off the bag. They get chased down by Awumi. The throw to 3rd, Jones made the tag. They got it to 2nd. To Ranahan, who tagged the runner trying to go from 1st. It turned out to be a triple play. What looked like a possible inning for Swampscott. 2-1, nobody out, trailing 1-0. They end the inning with Awumi facing only 3 hitters. So he gave up a walk. He gave up 2 base hits, and there was an error. So only 4 base runners for Swampscott, and 2 of them were wiped out on the triple play. Only 1 got as far as 3rd base, and he struck out the last batter. He struck out 6, gave up the 2 hits. He had 5 assists, and he had 3 putouts. He was immense on the mound. Wyoma got their run in the 5th. Jake Cipolliti got an infield hit. Swampscott thought he was out. Very close play. They called him safe. 2 wild pitches. He went to 3rd. A strikeout and a pop-up looked they might get out of the inning, but Dylan Martell came up with a big hit up the middle in the center field, a 2-out hit, knocked in the run, and Awumi made it stand up. So Swampscott's going to lose for the first time. They'll go to 1-1. Wyoma will go to 3-0, and they'll move into the winners bracket final. We'll have to wait and see who they play, probably on Wednesday night someplace, but they can ride the wings of Anthony Awumi in this one, a 2-hitter. 6 strikeouts, 3 putouts, 5 assists, and he started the triple play that wiped Swampscott out when they had a hit and a walk with 2 on, nobody out in the 5th inning. So this one is in the books. That big 2-out hit by Dylan Martell scored. Jake Cipolliti, who led off the inning with a hit, wound up at 3rd on 2 wild pitches. The big 2-out hit by Martell made it 1-0. And Anthony Awumi made it stand up as Wyoma wins for the 3rd time. 1-0, a squeaker over Swampscott, the Big Blue. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm John Hoffman saying we'll see you next time.